Patrick was watching the couple who was standing in front of the painting. As always, he looked at the woman's ring finger first, and then at her face. The man was talking. You see, Blake's art seems simplistic, almost naive, but it's the sense one gets when one looks more closely, that there's something almost preternatural. Patrick tuned out. The woman seemed in her late 20s, the man twice that. They were looking at a small black and white of a figure curled in a fetal position. Patrick tapped the man on the shoulder. "Excuse me, would you mind being quiet?" The man looked at the woman and then turned back to Patrick. "Sorry. I've driven over an hour and a half to get here. I paid to get in. What I'd like to do is look around quietly and think about Blake, about his work. What I don't want to have to do is listen to you." There were a lot of people in the gallery, but Patrick was speaking quietly. No one else was taking notice. Before the man could say anything, Patrick looked at the woman, smiled, and held out his hand. "Hi, I'm Pat." There was a moment, there's always a moment, of uncertainty, but then she took his hand. "Sophie," she said. "Sophie Girardeau." Watching the scene, the man grabbed Sophie round the waist and pulled her to him. To Patrick, he said, "Now that'll be quite enough." Sophie pushed his arm off her. "No," she said. "He's right." "What? That I'm not allowed to discuss my thoughts about the paintings." "They're not paintings," said Sophie. "What?" "They're not paintings. Blake called them illuminations." For the first time that day, Patrick smiled. "Quite a lovely way to describe them, don't you think?" The man said, "But that doesn't alter the fact that—" "Shut up," said Patrick. "I want you to be quiet. And so does Sophie." Sophie put up her hand to her lips, but it didn't quite cover her smile. "Look, whoever you are," said the man, but Patrick held up his hand. "Is Sophie your daughter?" "How dare you? She's my wife." "Ah. No, I'm not," said Sophie. "Darling, don't lie to the man. There's really no need." She turned to Patrick. "We're engaged." "Congratulations. And is there a ring?" Sophie looked at the man. "Well, darling, we've been over this." Sophie turned back to Patrick. "I'm yet to receive a ring," she said. "Ah," said Patrick again. "Yes," said Sophie. "Ah, indeed." The gallery was filling up. People were trying to get a look at the figure in the fetal position. Patrick took a step closer to the man. "Here's what's going to happen. In a few seconds, I'm going to kiss Sophie. You're going to watch. If Sophie responds in the way in which I think she will, you will leave along with your annoying voice. If Sophie slaps my face, I'll leave. And you can spout your shit to her all you want. Agreed?" There was a moment in which it seemed as if nothing would happen at all. But then Sophie took a hold of Patrick's face in both of her hands and kissed him hard. Patrick put his hands on Sophie's cheeks and kissed her back. It lasted longer and was more enjoyable than Patrick had expected. When, finally, Sophie pulled back, the man had gone. "He just upped and left without even a screw you," said Patrick. "Yes, well, that's men for you. When in doubt, run away." Patrick smiled. "I don't suppose you'd like to see the rest of the exhibition with me, would you?" "You know what? I don't think so. Museums bore the crap out of me." "Perfectly understandable," said Patrick. Sophie pulled out a compact out of her handbag and checked her reflection. "You've done this before, haven't you? You're the 27th couple," Patrick watched as Sophie touched up her makeup, "in the last year." "What a strange little hobby." "Well, when I hear someone like," and here Patrick indicated the spot where the man had been standing, "well, I hear lots of people like that." "Have any women ever stayed to see the rest of an exhibition with you?" Patrick shrugged. "Sometimes there's a fight. I've been banned from 3 museums and 5 art galleries. And to answer your question, no, it seems that I'm destined to look at art alone." Sophie smiled. "I've always thought that's the best way to do most things, if not, unfortunately, everything." Patrick held out his hand, and as Sophie shook it, he said, "You know what, Sophie? You're absolutely right." Patrick watched her walk away, and then he turned to look at the black and white image on the wall. The figure was curled up tight. The lines had been etched with a strong, certain hand, and there was a quiet power in the body, despite it being in the fetal position. Patrick stood for a long time, sensing the couples around him and feeling for the first time the burden of the small, empty space by his side.